I'm here with Matt Hopcraft and we're going to talk about omelettes. We talked about 4 different ways of cooking eggs in another video, but today we're going to focus on omelettes, which are almost the most versatile food you can have.
Absolutely. I mean, this is one of those things where you let your creativity kind of go wild. What do you really like? And put it in there. So for me today, we've got some bacon, I've got some tomatoes, some mushrooms and a little bit of cheese. But you know, if you like asparagus, throw asparagus in there. If you want a little bit of spring onion, you could put some smoked salmon on the top, finish it off with some avocados. There's so many different things that you could do. Yeah. Oh yeah, some delicious peppers in there would really lift this as well. So, you know, don't be limited, be creative with what you're going to do. So I just like to fry off the bacon a little bit first. We've got some eggs here, so we're going to make a 3-egg omelette. Just lightly whisk them together. Obviously a little bit of our pinch of salt and a little bit of pepper as well into there. And so now we've got our eggs ready to go.
Now, one of my pet hates is egg white only omelettes, which were very fashionable for a long time. We were on this low-fat craze. Crazy stuff. Takes all the flavour away and takes all the goodness away as well. So sack the egg white only omelettes. Let's go with a full egg, yolks and all, because that's where all the goodness is.
Get all the flavour in there, absolutely. And so I've got some nice smoky bacon here as well. You can smell that. It's you know, gives lots of good flavour there. If you don't like bacon, don't put bacon in there. You know, if you've got some ham lying around, put some ham in. If you've got some leftover chicken from the day before, throw some chicken in there. It's whatever you've got. I think that you can put it in there. So we've got that frying off. I'm not going to put the tomatoes in until the eggs go in, because I don't want those to overcook and to get too mushy in there. I like them to hold their shape. But for things like the mushroom, you want that to cook down a little bit. If I had asparagus, I'd put that in there now and let that cook. But for the tomatoes, I'll let that sit for a little bit longer. You can just see there that that's starting to fry up quite nicely. And again, you know, for a pan this size, I think 3 eggs, 2's probably not quite enough. Use 4, you know, split it between 2 people. Again, this is one of those things that's a great breakfast, it's a great brunch. It's a great dinner. You know, when you've come home from a long day, you don't feel like cooking anything too fancy. This is a way of really loading lots of flavour and lots of good, nutritious food into a really simple dish.
It's a great way of getting rid of everything that's in your food.
Yes. So we'll get our eggs into there.
Yep. And
then I'm just going to put our tomatoes and scatter those through there a little bit. Those beautiful, different coloured heirloom tomatoes. And then we just want that to cook down a little bit. And then I'm going to add a little bit of cheese. Again, I've just got some tasty cheese here, but you could throw some Parmesan. Goat's cheese would be really delicious in this. You know, again, whatever sort of cheese you like. I think if you were going to do this with, you know, if you had some smoked salmon, for example, the goat's cheese would go really nicely with it. Finish it off with a little bit of dill. And really the key is to just let this cook through, not too high heat, you know, so we've got some low heat. We don't want it to overcook the egg. It's a little bit like our scrambled eggs, you know, we want to be gentle with the egg, and that's, you know, we treat the egg nicely and the egg's going to reward us with a beautiful and delicious dish. So it's a little bit of patience. But again, what we're trying to show you here is something that's nice and quick and easy, that doesn't take too much time and gives you a really nutritious and tasty meal at the end of it.
Well, it gives you lots of protein and lots of healthy fats, and really is so nutritious. And all the things you put in with it, as well as the eggs, it's a great, nutritious, tasty, healthy meal.
So a couple of minutes and, you know, it's still running, but it's cooking through. The base is cooked through now. It's probably getting close for us to be able to turn it over. So let's just get a little bit of this cheese in here now. And then gently try and flip it over. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
Obviously we're just going to ooze out a little bit more there. I guess to heat down nice and low. Give that another minute or so, and then we're going to put this on a plate. And this, again, delicious meal for us. So we're nearly done there. I think I'm just going to flip that over. It's a little more to cook there on the edge. There we go. And then we'll get that heat off there. A little bit of residual heat from the pan is just going to finish that off. And then I think that's probably...
You don't want to overcook it, do you?
No.
You don't want to be too sort of cake-like, a little bit soft. Good texture. Oh, beautiful. Right. So you can have that by itself, or you can have it with a green salad, or pretty much anything you like, really.
Yeah, and so, you know, again, simple, quick, easy, packed full of flavour, packed full of nutrition, and it's something you can eat at any time of the day. So you're really going to enjoy this one.
It's a perfect meal.